I think every family has a little bit of dysfunction through it every once in a while. I mean, I don't think everyone's perfect.
There's some serious issues about manic behavior that we see in her.
Can someone let me... Come on!
You are the boss through this whole thing, okay?
Well, no, I'm not anymore, Dad. I haven't been since I got here.
Yes. Oh, yes, you are.
You're blaming me that you're sitting in the jail? Blame yourself for telling lies.
The person who was in the back of my granddaughter's car is not my granddaughter.
Once you smell that smell, you never get over it.
Maybe someone put a body in the car after it was towed to the tow yard.
I think she fabricated the stories because she didn't have Kaylee with her, and she knew if she came home without Kaylee, there'd be a red flag.
Do you understand how I feel?
Was there a time where you followed or chased after your daughter in a car?
I thought I had, but I was mistaken about the time.
Do you really understand how I feel in this?
I did not believe that Kaylee Marie was missing until July 15th.
Okay,
if I would have thought that Kaylee Marie was missing before July 15th, I would have called 911 before July 15th.
What is the date of that posting?
July the 3rd.
What is the title of the posting?
My Kaylee is missing.
She just is like, I just want to go, I need to get away, I need to, I feel like I'm having a breakdown. I can't. What it specifically triggered it, I asked her, she didn't say anything. She, just basically that she needed to get away for a little bit. And I was like, well, what about Kaylee? And she's like, oh, my mom will take her. I know she'll take her.
So she was actually wanting
to physically go, she wanted to go to, like, an institution. Like, she said,
she wanted to commit herself, or?
Kinda, yeah.
What did she say to make you think that?
I was like, well, where are you going to go? You going to go to the beach for the weekend? Like, what are you going to do? I mean, this completely caught me off guard. She basically said she needed help.
In a bizarre twist, police are honing in on one particular episode of the TV smash hit One Tree Hill. Why? In this episode, a nanny, there you see the nanny, takes a little boy, kidnaps him from the mommy. Kicker, police discover on Tot Mom's computer, she Googled and pulled up, apparently watching this episode shortly before Keely goes missing. You're seeing the 100th episode of One Tree Hill where the actress Tori DeVito plays the nanny, takes a child. Forensics show this episode was pulled up very quickly. Back out to Nikki Pierce with WDBO. So, what are the circumstances in a nutshell around the nanny taking the baby in this show that Tot Mom watched?
Well, the nanny took the child and they hid in a motel, and the nanny was saying, I'm going to be your new mommy, and so on. And also there was a dyeing of the hair. The little boy was getting his hair dyed by the nanny and saying that he was going to be hidden and get a new identity and so on. And early on in this investigation, if you recall, there was a mentioning of the hair dyeing. Kaylee could have possibly had her hair dyed when they thought she was missing.
To Ellie Josted, our chief editorial producer. Now, the descriptions that grandparents George and Cindy Anthony give of Nanny Zenaida Gonzalez clearly come from Tot Mom, since they had never seen the mysterious nanny. What was their description, and what was Tot Mom's full description of the kidnapping nanny? Did it match this episode of One Tree Hill nanny?
It does. It's 5'7". This actress is also 5'7", about 130, 140 pounds, 25 years old. Casey describes her hair as curly in her police report, but apparently she later tells Cindy that she used a straightening iron to straighten her hair. That also matches the description of the actress. Perfect white teeth. On a scale from 1 to 10, she's a 10.
Okay, take a look at the nanny in the episode. Let's unleash the lawyers. Former prosecutor Holly Hughes, Atlanta, famed defense attorney Daniel Horowitz out of San Francisco, and Elizabeth Kelly, defense attorney out of New York, also knows her way around the courtroom. Holly Hughes, State's Exhibit number 1.
Nancy, this girl just keeps leaving so much evidence. It's unbelievable. I wish I was prosecuting this case. Between all the forensics that they're going to link to her computer, her house, the bed set that they collected from the scene, the stickers, the duct tape, it just goes on and on. It gets better and better. This case is a prosecutor's dream. She could not have left more evidence in her wake.
You know, by the time it's over, Daniel Horowitz, if I was prosecuting that case, the jury would know the theme song to One Tree Hill.
You know, Nancy, it bothers me that she was looking for that show. I mean, if she'd already seen it, she wouldn't have to search for it. Did somebody tell her about it? I hate to talk about another perpetrator, but was there somebody else involved?
Somebody else that was using her computer that pulled this up?
No, telling her about the show. Telling her about that show. Saying, look up this show.
Maybe she saw it, since all she did was lay on the sofa and eat potato chips at her parents' house.
Maybe, but I have a lot of questions. I also want to make sure that the dating of that computer search is correct. Just
okay,
because
Elizabeth
the police
Kelly,
say it is.
Elizabeth Kelly, try to give me a different defense than Daniel Horowitz.
Well, as you said before, it just gets better and better for the prosecution. Maybe that's why they have finally put the death penalty on the table to force her to take a plea.
Like a rainbow